welcome to Maslow Tarot. I haven't done this in a long time where I've actually shown the face, but here we are. Just wanted to do some readings, so I'm going to put some out there. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I'm going to roll this dice and see who we're reading for. Let's say go. Gemini. Oh, I know, it's not the greatest Gemini symbol. Don't judge me. Okay. Before I do that, I do want to show you this lovely creation that I've made. I've gotten really into making jewelry with intention, obviously. But it has this beautiful butterfly dongle. This is one of my favorite pieces that I have. It has some interesting deep purples going on with some hematite and a quartz pendant. So really, digital views do not give it justice. But either way, if you're interested and you would like to support my shop, it's Maslow Tarot on Etsy.com. Awesome, now let's get to the good stuff. All right, we're reading for Gemini. Bring in my guides, ancestors, guardians, spirit, the highest vibration, peace. Just to make this reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. It is October 22nd. We're reading for the next 30 days. But this reading could be timeless as well. So if you're watching it outside of that time frame, it's probably for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Ooh, I just felt something. That's crazy. All right, Gemini. What is going on for you the next 30 days? Whoa. So far, we've got discipline. I feel like you're on target, you're on mark. And gracefully aging. I think you might feel a little bit behind, but you are right on time. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Now, this is like the energy of wrapping up an old cycle and moving forward. I feel like you still feel young and vibrant, though. It's not about getting old. It's about going into your next chapter or going into your next goal, like figuring out what the next thing is, I guess. Yeah, we'll get more into it. I'm gonna pull you a rune from the Rune Tarot because I've been trying to brush up on my runes. Actually, what I learned before tarot, but it was more personal than anything. My Gemini. For the next 30 days. Getting a lot done. Manas. Humanity. This is the letter M. Symbolizes individuality, friendship, society, cooperation, and help. Heard. That's cliche, but it takes a village. Your focus could literally be on the people around you and your circle right now, like working together. You might be joining some groups, trying to find your people, trying to find people like you. Kind of want to pull you another one. 2 hours. I love that. That's my favorite one. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock's important. Don't forget whatever you're supposed to remember. Othala. Inheritance symbolizes ancestry, possessions, heritage, experience, and value. And it's in reverse. Right? Don't carry negative beliefs into your future. Right? You're working on this next cycle. Yeah, don't inherit the bad stuff or inherit the negative traits. I don't know what that is. You do whatever you want. Somebody, I think, I don't know, has like an ancestor or somebody who's trying to be a part of your life still in the ethereal around you, energy-wise. I don't know what this is. Maybe you think about this person a lot. Yeah, we're just gonna let that one go though. All right, I'm using the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum deck, which is awesome. Okay, it actually is perfect for the spooky October time period, but Ghost Adventures is like one of my favorite shows. I've been watching it since high school. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but you know what? It's cool. I recommend it if you're thinking about going. It is kind of dark, but that's the reality of that side of things. All right. Knight of Swords in reverse. Right away, I got this really like strong feeling of being punished, like getting out of timeout, getting out of being grounded. Maybe you feel like you've been going into a new cycle, feeling like you've been getting punished, and now like you're getting out. Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm not quite sure what to do with all that. Knight of Wands in reverse. Not feeling very motivated. Kind of angry. You probably should take action. You're thinking about taking action. You haven't quite taken action yet or done what you wanted to do yet. I think your anxieties might be holding you back. We have the Moon in reverse. So kind of clearing up whatever you're confused about first before you move forward. I think you're not really sure what's going to come, but there's a big change that's happening in the next 30 days. Discipline apparently is a very important part of it. I really showed you this card. But if you notice, it looks like a target board, but also looks like a moving, like it's a pattern that moves, you know. It's trying to trick you. But there's no trick here. It's just difficult. It's just life. It's just hard. Nobody says, we don't say that enough. Life is hard. Like, shit. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment. Okay. In the next 30 days, it's going to be decided where the imbalance is. You're going to see more of the imbalance in regards to what you give and what you take, right? So the Six of Pentacles. In reverse, it could be like maybe you're giving too much, maybe you're taking too much. That also doesn't necessarily have to be you doing all that. It could just be something in your area. It could be something about what you're paying attention to, right? So you might be changing your perspective a little bit. And that's your decision. Judgment here, final ruling, cutting people out. And maybe someone's getting out of jail. That actually makes a lot of sense with the whole feeling of being grounded, feeling of being in trouble. Oh, some of you or one of you or somebody's waiting for someone to get out. They've been really unsure. They're really unsure. They're really wary on like what they're going to do. Like, what is the next step? Everything's been imbalanced. Might even be feeling like it's not fair, angry. It's like, what do I do with all these emotions? What do I do with all this confusion? I feel like there's a couple different sides to that person, and there's a battle going on inside. It's like, okay, which one's gonna come out? But they're gonna make the right decision, right? I don't know if you're waiting on that kind of decision to happen through the courts. This is very specific. Two of Wands in reverse. We already know what's gonna happen. The path has already been chosen. But you don't have to rely on the past. Just because you did something doesn't mean that's who you gotta be. You know, you don't gotta keep living up to this thing like that you're being punished for. Or you can change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind. Magician in reverse. And the Two of Wands in reverse. Don't let somebody manipulate you. Right? If there's anybody in your life that's manipulating you to stay because they stayed, guilt tripping, just be mindful how that's affecting you, like how that's affecting your future. How do you choose your path, right? Geminis are really good at seeing the duality, seeing the different possibilities and things in new light. So if you have a big heart, it's really easy to like understand, you know, but be careful of being manipulated. Could all be for show. They don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know what they're doing. And that's not your fault. It's not your problem. Don't know what this is about, but okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. There's strategy there. Yeah, so you definitely have anxiety with the Knight of Swords. It came out originally in reverse, which is kind of like getting through the anxiety, or you're really stuck in it. Could be either or, right? Anxiety. Sleepless nights, right? Got a lot of anger. Knight of Wands in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Like, there's a lot of darkness in the sense of like, I can't see where I'm going. Like, it's so dark in this room, I can't see where I'm going. Then all I can do is feel how I feel. I have nothing to bounce off of me to change the way that I'm feeling or seeing. I don't know what this is. Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. It can be very cold and cutting. This is not a nice person. This is not a nice person. The world. There's the home, right? Yeah, man. Get out of there. If this is resonating as far as this person in your life, you really could have you could have gotten real close. You're real close to doing what you need to do. They're gonna be okay. Like, whatever decision you make for yourself to move forward and unblock yourself from the path that you're trying to go, right? And see through the games, see through the patterns that keep keeping you in the same spot. There's no cups here. There's no love. There's no emotions. There's no, even the Six of Pentacles in reverse, showing an imbalance of give and take. There needs to be a decision here in the next 30 days, it seems like, to where a blockage needs to be cleared. It doesn't mean it has to all be done, but getting that momentum and moving forward, even if it's just how you think, like changing the way you think by being more aware. Like, in your head, every time they say something mean, that's not nice. It doesn't mean you have to say something. Just say, that's not nice. Like, just kind of like be aware, you know? And then you'll kind of start seeing the trend, the pattern, and you won't be able to tell yourself, you know what, it's just, they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot. You know, it's not their fault. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to get yourself in a position where you can make moves. But right now, it starts inside. It starts inside you. You've got time. All right, let's get some advice. Things that we don't know, Spirit, for Gemini. That card really wants to come out. For Gemini, please. Some advice for Gemini. Soul work. The bee. These are really cool. They're part of a system. Everybody has a place. Everybody has a job. Everybody has a purpose. So maybe you're like finding your purpose, but not necessarily your purpose in 3D, but your soul's purpose, or you're reconnecting with your purpose. Whatever that might be, whether it's just literally to be happy. Ask body. Right. Ask body. You know, like connecting to your body, connecting to how physically maybe you're having symptoms that, you know, don't make sense because you're not sick, right? Could be just stress. Ascension. Again, you're moving up, you're leveling up, focusing on that next place, that next thing. Rising above. Rising above, starting inside, being on target, gracefully aging, getting away from something that puts you in this box. Feeling trapped, right? The wildling and the pillars. So realizing your limitations and realizing your strengths. Right? There's so much out here. I'm getting curiosity with this, with the wildling cards. Like, be curious. There's so much that you haven't even discovered yet. I don't know if you've been taking care of a lot of people, or if you just kind of been shut in or shy, or I don't know what it is, but Spirit Universe is kind of like, you know, you haven't really figured out a lot yet. You know, you're still really inexperienced. We never really figure it all out. There's always something left to discover. So the wildling is inviting you, hey, you're protected, go out, go do things, go figure it out, work on yourself, figure out what you're drawn to. Ask your body to lock in. And the pillars. The pillar, right? Make things memorable. Pillars, to me, are often a symbol of mercy, a reminder of a checkpoint. This could be a very important moment where you walk through the gates to the next thing. And it could just be mental. It doesn't have to be like this crazy thing like moving or, you know, the inside stuff is just as important, or if not more important than the outside stuff. The outside stuff's easy. Once it all gets figured out, once you get the inside stuff rolling, not figured out, because I'm not really figured out, but you know, you'll see. You'll see. You got this. You're moving in the right direction. The card said it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll try to make some more readings, but if you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the shop.